Earlier in the show, we spent an afternoon in Brooklyn with Willie Randolph. Now we look back at a remarkable career that earned him a plaque in Monument Park. Randolph was drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1972, made it to the big leagues in 1975, and a year later, he was a big part of the New York Yankees after being traded to the club. He promptly helped the Yankees to 3 World Series in a row and 2 World Championships. Let's now look back at the amazing career of number 30, Willie Randolph.
Out of high school, I went right to rookie league down in Bradenton, Florida. Pirate City at the time. It was one of the real big complexes, beautiful place. And I played rookie ball for the rest of the summer. The next year, I went to Charleston, South Carolina to play my first year A ball. I did real well, kept moving up the ladder a little bit, promoted to AAA the following year. The Pirates called me up. Rennie Stanton twisted his ankle. Got called up in August of '75. Played sparingly, because Rennie came back after he got healthy.
Little did Randolph know that he would only be in Pittsburgh for a brief time. He was traded to the Yankees in the off-season of 1975 and had an immediate impact on a club ready to compete for a championship.
I went to winter ball, Venezuela, to really hone my skills and maybe get ready for the next level. My mom called me long distance and said, Willie, I heard this talk about you coming to the Yankees. And my mom wasn't really into baseball much. She was reading the paper, but she just said, just what I'm hearing. But that's when it all started for me. I went home and met with Mr. Paul, met Mr. Steinbrenner, and they signed the contract, and history from there, man.
At the time, the team was known as the Bronx Zoo, a club with many issues on and off the field, and it was something unforgettable to be a part of for Willie.
I was just trying to fit in. You got all these veteran guys, you have respect for them. I was always watching Thurman and Roy and Chris Chambliss, who was my first roommate. I was always absorbing everything they taught me, and they were just instrumental. Once they accepted me and I proved to them that I was worthy of the opportunity and the job, they just embraced me, and that's where, again, like I said before, I learned the Yankee way.
Randolph settled in with the Yankees. Success came early as the club won 2 championships in his first 3 years. But as the 80s approached, although the club had the most wins during the decade, the Yankees never quite got the right mix of players.
We had some great teams back then. Oh man, we had an all-star team. I mean, we probably won more games in the 80s than any team in the American League, but we just didn't close the deal. So we might have won more games in the 80s, but didn't get the championship. That was very, very tough on all of us.
Randolph was named co-captain by the Yankees in 1986, an honor he took seriously.
Even though I got the job, I was honored along with Ron Guidry. I kind of felt like even prior to that, I was the de facto captain, if you will, even without the title, because, you don't have to have the title always. It's how you carry yourself. And Thurman was always a lead by example guy. So although, it wasn't on my mantle as captain, I felt that responsibility way before I was bestowed that honor.
His last year with the Yankees was 1988. And in 1989, he joined the LA Dodgers. His career stats were impressive with the Yankees, as he spent 13 years in pinstripes. He would retire from the game in 1992, but would soon start his second career as a coach, and was an important part of the Yankees coaching staff, obtaining 4 more World Series rings.
I always felt like, teaching's always been in my blood, and talking about legacy, I've always wanted to pass that on to the kids behind me. So it was just a perfect opportunity for me. Mr. Steinbrenner always believed in me, always wanted me to be a Yankee, make me feel like a Yankee always.
Randolph was a great Yankee, and his career speaks for itself. Now he will be among the Yankee greats in Monument Park forever, an honor that is overwhelming for him.
When you think about being out there in Monument Park, that's forever. My kids, my grandkids, their kids, they'll be able to one day go to Yankee Stadium and say, you know what, Pops used to play, he used to be out there or whatever, and just, hopefully be able to look down maybe and see that sense of pride and how, wow, Grandpa used to play for the Yankees, he's out there with those great Yankees. That just blows me away. I can't come up with enough superlatives because there's no words. I mean, you just have to just, get on your knees and just thank the Lord for, I think someone said this one time, for being a Yankee, making me a Yankee. I feel that. I know what that feels like.
We hope you enjoyed our special visit with Willie Randolph, and we congratulate him on his honor being immortalized among the Yankee greats in Monument Park.